Hello, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. Today is St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, and today we are having a fun event over in the Crafty Bunch, and it is called Feeling Green. So it's going to be all about green stuff. I'm just sure of it today. So I'm not so sure that it's all going to be about St. Patrick's Day, but you know, St. Patrick's Day is always a day we kind of associate with green, right? And I put on a green shirt and it just made me look ill, the one that I had. So my husband won it one time from something, and so I wore it in an event that we had to do, that I had to wear green, and so I wore it that time. But today I put it on and I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I just can't do it. So think of these little gold dots as little gold coins today, okay? So this is like little leprechaun gold. Hi Carol, how are you doing? So we're just gonna pretend that's my story today, and I'm sticking to that one for the day. How about that? So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. And I don't know what's going on here. Hang on one second. I was trying to refresh my page so I can see the comments. I don't know what it's doing. It's being slow. That's what it's doing. Oh my goodness. Why is it? Why is it when you're always, planning for something that it just gets bogged down? We'll try a different thing. So thank you for sharing me into the Crafty Bunch, Cheryl. Hey Lisa, how are you? So you guys, if you're not watching in the Crafty Bunch, we always really, urge you to go and watch in the Crafty Bunch, because then it sends it out to even more people. And, and we like that. I don't know why it keeps asking me if I want to leave the page when I try and refresh it. I guess I'll leave it this time. There we go. Okay, I guess that was a better choice. Okay, there we are. Hi Jeanette, how are you doing? So we're gonna make something cute today. Ours is gonna have leprechauns. We're gonna make little leprechaun boots, little shoes that could be treat holders. And I know it's kind of late to do that, but you guys, I have made these, and I was just thinking about this the other day, and I thought, hey, that would be fun to turn them into something for leprechauns and just change the theme. I have made them so that they could be little witch boots. I have made them so that they could be elf boots. And today we're going to make them so they can be for leprechauns. So I hope that you enjoy this today. Let me send this out to just a couple of other places real quick, and then we will be all ready to go. So what are you doing today? Do you celebrate? Are you big into celebrating St. Patrick's Day? We never were when I was growing up, not at all. And as it turns out, it's kind of funny because we had our DNA done a while back, and I laughed and I said, who knew that I could have I could have been more into doing that if I would have known. So we had a little bit of Irish, and one of the reasons that we had decided to have that done was our youngest daughter had hers done, and it showed up that she was quite a bit Irish, and I was just shocked. I had no idea. And so I thought, well, that would be kind of fun. Now, mine turned out to be mostly Scottish. I am most Scottish, and then, kind of in more of, England and that area, a little bit Irish, but, then even some like Norwegian and one other, Sweden, I think. And those were my top ones, and Irish was somewhere in there, it worked in there somewhere, which if you've got a lot in those island areas, that just makes sense, right? Carol says she doesn't really. Sue has given us a bunch of shamrocks. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Let me put you down here to the desktop, and we will get going here. So let's see here. Oh, I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Always figuring out what I'm doing, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just start off, and I'm just gonna use, and you guys, after the fact, as soon as I sat down here, I thought, why didn't I get like some shamrocks or something and stamp on my white paper that I'm gonna use for the stockings? Why didn't I? I don't know. I just didn't think of it in time. Evidently, I didn't think to get a paper trimmer in time either. Hang on one second. Oh my goodness. I thought about it and then I didn't grab it. Okay, there we go. We're all set. So now for what we're going to do is we're going to make our stockings, and we're just going to make them white. And like I said, that would have been so cute to like cut them or like to stamp them with little shamrocks or little horseshoes or something for kind of for a lucky thing, right? That's your same combination. So I am going to cut these, and we want them to be 6 3/4 inches high and 4 inches wide. And let me see. Now this is one of the projects that I really like for you to know which way that the grain of your paper is going, because we're going to do some folding and curving, and we want our paper to do it the easiest way, okay? And you can take a piece of paper, and when you start to fold it, you can tell which way it's going to bend and fold the easiest, right? So this one is the easiest this way. So to cut it this way, the length I'm going to do is 6 3/4. So I'll go ahead and I'll cut my 6 3/4 this way. That's going to give me my fold around. So we'll just go ahead and cut that. Corned beef, and a good excuse to have some corned beef, no kidding. And then we're going to make these 4 inches high. So we'll cut off our 4 inches right like this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys, if you get a chance to sprinkle this out, send it out so we've got some other friends popping in today. I would certainly appreciate it. Okay, so we got that. And now we are going to, so that's our stockings. Let's just go ahead and cut the things for now. So these are, again, 6 3/4 by 4 inches high. So that's our stocking tops. Okay, now then we want our little boots, and our boots are going to be, again, we're going to cut them 6 3/4, and that still is that same direction. So I'm going to cut my 6 3/4 right this way, because that's the direction it needs to bend. And let's see, and these we want to be 2 inches high. So I'm just going to cut these down to 4 inches on here. And cut that down. And then I'm going to give it I'm going to cut it, flip this way. I'm going to cut them this way, and then I'm going to cut it in half. That way I still have my great big piece of green paper. Okay, so I want this 2 inches this way. Okay, so this is going to be the top of our boots, and so it's 6 3/4 this way and 2 this way. And now what we want to do, I'm trying to see if this is different. Oh yeah, it is a little bit different. I want the dark side to be the front. So I'm going to go 3 inches in, and I'm going to cut it down for 3/4 of an inch. Just snip it down, and we're not cutting it all the way through, just 3/4 of an inch. So probably I want to do those, you know, opposite, right? So let me think about this. So if I do it 3 inches on that way, I need to do 3 inches this way. What is that one though? That would be like about 4 1/4. So let's do this one. Ah! It's about to cut deeper than I wanted. Okay, so 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And that is not right. I can tell right now. That is not correct. Back to the drawing board. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I need 2 inches here. And 6 3/4. I do not like it when I'm trying to show you something and then I mess it up. Okay, now why was that wrong? Why was that wrong, you guys? You know what I could do? You know, I could flip it this way. Okay, so if I did it on the front this way and I do it on the back that way, and kind of mirror image them, that will work. That'll work better. So then I can use my same measurement. So that one is 3 inches in again. And so just mirror it like that. And then you've got your, you know, one is one direction on one side. And I mean, that'll work. That works this time. So see if I mirror them, and then when I fold them out like this, then they're both going to be the same 3 inches from the appropriate edge, right? Hi, Diane. How are you? Hey, Lydia. Hey, Susan. Where's your green? Oh, I told my green. My green made me look ill. I have something with little, I'm wearing the gold coins. I'm wearing the gold coins, Susan. That's my story. So, and Lydia's going to be up right after me, Paint Party with Lydia. So I'll be going, these are 45-minute segments. Hey, Carol, how are you? So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so then the next piece we need is going to be 5.5 inches. So we can just still use this section, and it's going to be 2.5 inches wide. So actually, let's just go ahead and cut this off. Let's do our 5.5 inches here. We'll just cut it like that this time. And then 2.5. And this one isn't so much. This one isn't quite as important. It doesn't have as much bending to do. If you see me looking off over here, I've got my cheat sheet over there, you guys. So 5.5 inches. Wait a second. Was this my 5.5? No. Was this my 5.5? Yes. This is 5.5. And then I need to turn it this way. It needs to be 2.5. Oh, you guys, measurements sometimes are tricky, aren't they? I know many of you have told me that before. Some of you don't even like to do that much paper crafting because you don't like doing the measuring. And I can somewhat understand that. And I'm going to toss this way over here and get it out of my way so it's not confusing me with what needs to happen. Okay, so now this one, now we're going to make a little buckle. And our buckle is going to be 1 and this one, it doesn't matter which way it is. So we're going to cut these, and it's 1 3/4. You guys, this is some of that, you know, shimmery, pretty paper that is so fun because you get the glitter without the mess, right? How many of you like glitter? Tell me if you like glitter. And I want to know, do you like to use real glitter or do you like it contained? Let me know if you like real glitter or if you like it contained. So this one is going to be 1 1/4 inches wide. It doesn't need to be very big. It's just going to be a little buckle. And then I'm going to show you a super easy way to make it look like a buckle. I think this is so clever. I did not come up with it, but it's clever nonetheless. Well, if I came up with it, it could be clever. No matter who came up with it, it's clever, right? Hey, Debbie, how are you? I get to pass. Hey, Julie, how are you? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so this is the basis for the base of our buckle. And then we need 2 little tiny pieces that match our shoes. And this is going to be 1 inch by 1/2 inch. So, oh, my goodness. You get to doing these little small pieces, right? Okay, so I need to make that sure it stays straight. So I'm going to put it in there and I'm going to hold it down tight. So that's just 1/2 inch. And then we just need it to be 1 inch. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm going to measure this side. That's why sometimes paper trimmers are nice to have your numbers that head out the other direction too. Because then it gives you a place to hold over here and you can still cut. Now, if you wanted to, now this is a white core cardstock, and if you wanted to, you could, you could go ahead and what am I trying to say? You could ink the edges if you want. That way, you won't see the white of the edges, but I'm not going to worry about that. Debbie says no loose glitter for her. She likes a little sparkle if the project calls, but just a bit. Hey, Tammy, how are you doing today? Okay, so we've got all of our cutting done. So I'm going to go back over that. For those of you who are just coming on, this is going to be our stocking base, and these are 6 3/4 by 4 inches high. And then we've got the top of our little boots, and these are 6 3/4 by 2 inches high. And then we've made a little slit 3 inches from the edges, and that's just 3/4 of an inch. That looks more than 3/4 of an inch. Well, unless this, oh no, that's deeper. And then the bottom of our little boots, and these are 5 1/2 inches by 2 1/2 inches. And then our little buckle pieces are 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. And then these tiny pieces are 1/2 inch by 1 inch. So those are going to be that. Okay, so now we are ready to assemble our little, oh my goodness, Julie. Julie says she got assaulted and got broken ribs. You're in the grocery store checkout lane right now? No, how are you in a grocery store? I think that may be two things. I think she's saying one thing and asking me something else. Okay. So, well, I hope you get to feeling better soon. That is horrid. So let's go ahead and let's make our stockings first. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use some tape, and we're going to use some glue. That way we get the best of both worlds, you guys. Although the glue I use does not take long to set up. I use that reptile glue, just like it sounds, reptile. And then I put it in these tiny little needle-nosed applicator bottles. And I really like it. It doesn't take long. It holds really good. And liquid glue will give you just a moment to, you know, get the stuff where you need it to go. Nope. We gotta unclog it first, right? Oh my goodness. There we go. Hey Maritza, how are you doing? Thanks for popping on, everybody. So I'm first today in our event, and so we're in the Crafty Bunch group. And actually, and if you ever have trouble finding the Crafty Bunch, look for the Crafty Bunch venue, and you might have an easier time of it popping up for you. Oh my goodness, I got off track there. What in the world? Okay. And so you just want to put it over about, yes, Julie, that's what I determined was going on there. Well, I hope you get to feel it. When did that happen? And so you just want to kind of put it over about 1/2 inch. Let me see if that's about 1/2 inch. Close. And then just hold it. That does not look straight. Just kind of hold it in there a second. Make sure it'll stick. Maybe I'll use a clippy thing here. Help us get it to stay. Oh, here's my little clips. Over here on the side of a container. I wondered the other day when I was trying to do something. Couldn't find enough of them in my desk drawer. I see now why. Okay. Let's set that aside for a second. We'll do the other ones. We'll just put a little, this right here. How many of you like to have something that you can use for little treat holders? I mean, and you could use them for at a table setting. You know, and it doesn't have to be just for children, right? You guys, let me fix this a second. Wherever I am sitting, it's kind of off. Wait, I picked the wrong camera. Let me put myself there. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. Okay. Are you grabbing food?
Yeah, we're leaving.
Oh, where are you going?
I don't know. I was told to get up.
Oh.
We're going.
Oh, you're going somewhere? Okay.
And so we'll
Where are you
be
gonna?
back for dinner.
Okay. Okay.
So like around 4 or something.
Okay, sounds good. Well, you guys have fun. All right. So one of my girls is here from out of town. So, okay, so now what I like to do, oh shoot. Well, it doesn't matter at this point. I was going to say I like to have them face it face one way and the other way. But, you know, since we're making them the same, all you got to do is when you're done, flip them, right? So, I thought for a second I messed it up. And, you know, I don't know what it is. It seems like white cardstock is not as heavy as like colored cardstock. And I don't know why. I'm not a paper manufacturer, and I just don't know why. Hey, Diane. Diane is here. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. You gave out live potted shamrocks from a local florist. How fun. You know, it is just a fun day to, you know, just for fun things, right? It can be a fun day. You know, you don't have to do all the drinking and everything that some people associate with that. We never did any of that. And okay, now this one, I forgot. We got to cut this one too. And we have to cut this one. This is how we cut it. We want it to be a point. Excuse me, you guys. I've been croaking along for... I think this is my 3rd week, but I'm not going to the doctor. I mean, I'm just kind of croaky. By the end of my 2nd week, I could tell, you know, I was okay. And I wasn't so sick that I was going to the doctor. I know when that has to happen. I know. Lots of green beer. Okay, so this is 2.5. So the center of it is 1 1/4. So I'm just going to mark that here. Let's mark the other one too. Because if we mark it, it'll be so much easier to see where we need to cut. Okay, so that's going to be this pointy part of our toe. So now all you want to do is you want to line this up so that you can cut from the corner to the center right here. So we're just going to line up our little mark that we made and then just hold it tight and then just trim that off. And, you know, then we're just going to turn it around, line up your little pointy place. And it doesn't have to be exact, right? I mean, we got that close enough. Just make sure that it's still lined up in the tracks or however you're going to cut it. You know, you could even use a pencil. You could just do pencil marks and cut with scissors, and you would be good to go. I'm just so used to always using a paper trimmer. But you know, if you don't have a paper trimmer, don't let that keep you from making fun projects. Get a pencil and a ruler and a good pair of scissors, right? Oh, Julie says she got hurt a week ago today. Oh my goodness. Julie, where were you, if you don't mind me asking? That's awful. You know, we often hear about these things and we know they happen, but we don't always know somebody that it's happened to. I'm just so sorry. Well, at least you've got some crafting with us to keep you occupied, right? To keep you a little preoccupied. Take your mind off of that for the day. Okay, so now these, okay, I'm going to do these first and kind of give them, what you want to do is you want to take where you've got this split and you're just going to take it and give it a gentle roll. I have my little short pencil here. Let me see. That'd be a great thing to kind of give it a little roll around. Because you want to start kind of gentle. You don't want to, you know, do it too hard. If you, no, I'm making marks on it. If you do it too hard, you're going to crease your paper. We don't want it to crease. We just want it to bend. Okay, so once you get it like that, then you can kind of give it a little help. You guys, I marked on it. I got it marked on. So you've already got your, you already see how far it needs to go down. And then you can just give it a real gentle little bend. That's almost not big enough, it doesn't seem like. Let me grab something else. You just want to give it a little, and this part isn't, this is not critical. I mean, people are going to look at that and it's just going to be cute. They're not going to say, oh, look how awful she bent the corners on that green paper. Oh, wait, it was at the grocery store checkout lane. Oh my goodness. I thought you were saying that's where you were today. Oh my goodness. That's unbelievable. I bet that's what you thought too. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit more forceful with this one. There. Let's go back and do this one. Sometimes you just, do a little bit at a time, and then you can see how much you want to add, or, you could straighten it back up a little bit if you wanted to. Okay, there we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take the long side, and I'm going to fold it around like this. Okay, but so now that I know that's the part I want going over, now I can look at these pieces and look which way that those are going in the back and decide which one I want it to go around. Whoa! Okay, so now we're going to just put this down like to the bottom here, on there. And we're going to put this here. We're going to kind of line this up. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit of tape on here so I can get it in place. Make it stay in the first place. This is kind of like tacking it down, okay? We're just going to tack it down. Oh my goodness. How many of you like, okay, so now we were kind of talking about this before. How many of you like to put out something at it? If you have company or you have a special event, how many of you like to do something special on your table and make it kind of fun? I'm curious. Oh shoot, you know what? I need to actually put this on both sides. Let's get it ready. We need to have it ready. I have a friend who she does craft retreats with us sometimes, and oh my goodness, she always makes the most fun little things for everybody. Like when we get there, she's always got a cute little thing made up for everybody. Okay, so let me think about this. I want my longs, I'm going to put this way, and then my long side is going to wrap around here like this. So we'll kind of, my lines will kind of line up. That did not line up. Let me move it. Okay. Okay, so do it like this. Got it wrapped around here. There we go. I still didn't get them lined up. It's going to be in the back, and we'll live with that, right? You know what? I forgot to cut out the stripes. Oh my goodness. And that's going to be a pain. You guys, I should have put the stripes on the socks before I ever rolled these white things up. Oh my word. Well, I'm always having to fix something, right? And I've already done both of these. You know what? Let's do this. Let's cut another white piece out. Where did I put my white piece? It's a good thing that you know, I haven't done all of this. This way, if people are just watching, they'll know what not to do, right? Let's see, is this the easy way? Yep. Okay, so this is the way we want our 6 3/4 inches. Luckily, I have one still long enough to cut, you guys. Oh my word. And I was thinking, what am I gonna do if I if I finish too early? Oh yeah, not happening. And then 4 inches high. Okay, now we gotta make our little I want to make little gold stripes, okay? And these I'm gonna just make 3/8 of an inch. I don't want them real wide, so I'm just gonna make these 3/8 of an inch high. And then they'll need to be 6 3/4 inches as well. And that's not long enough. It almost is. Oh my goodness. We'll make it work. We will make that work, you guys. So 3/8. That's not even straight. I bet this side is. I'm glad I saw that wasn't straight. Okay, so I'm just gonna do 3 of those. So there's 1 and 2. I'm so real. I am so real, right, Diane? Oh my god. Nothing if not real. Celeste, you're in that club. Yeah, we should just have a club like that, right? I'm gonna have to fix it, club. Oh my goodness. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue these down first, you guys. And I guess now I will have to know which of these is the top. And I'm not gonna worry about the back of those now for which way crosses over, because it's gonna be in the back, right? Now, I normally would, but I'm not going to today. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to use some more of this tape just to make sure I can get it to stick quick. Boy, that's just about... I hope I've got enough to do 3 of them here. We'll just get them all 3 done. Oh, Sue says she likes to do that for decorating for special occasions. You know, and what I started to say was my friend that does that. It just makes you feel so special. You know, she gets those things all ready for us, and there they are waiting at our little spots for us. And it does. It makes you feel, and it makes you feel like they were excited for the event too, right? Makes me think about when we had everybody here for Thanksgiving, and I did put flower. I was glad to just have tables and chairs for, you know, for everybody to sit, and but I did put flowers on the tables, and I think I put down some tablecloths that we had, and you know, so I hope everybody felt like it was special. I mean, I didn't do anything like this, and actually I'm glad I didn't put you know, make anything like that, because we ended up having people come that we didn't know were coming. So that was kind of nice. They would have felt left out, right? You don't want people to feel left out when they come for something that's a special event at your place. You want them to feel special and not left out. Okay, so Julie was telling us something else. Okay, so there was a guy behind her who wanted to get in front of her and had a whole cart full of food. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with some people? That just breaks my heart. I just don't know sometimes what is wrong with some people. Ah, well, it's sticky. It's sticky, you guys. Okay, now, I could just leave it like that, but I am just going to put a little I'm going to glue, whoops, man, that got sidetracked. Let me see if I can figure out which way this is going to be. I would like it to cross. I want it to go opposite of that one. So this would be the, okay, so this is the one I want to make sure I have more of. And just leave a little bit, you know, at the top. You know what, I'm just going to pull it ever so slightly over. That, man, that paper's thick, you guys. This gold is kind of thick. And you know what? Something else. Sometimes if you've got any of that, it's like glittery tape. If you have any of that, that would be fun. Okay, so now then, let me look and see how far up this is going to be. So this is going to be right to here. And one thing about like spacing things evenly that you might want to do, you could like, let's leave the same amount of white there as between that stocking and this. Let's do that. And so we've got that there. And so now when you put your two outside pieces, and now we can just eyeball the center piece and get it stuck down in the center. And you would be surprised how well that this works. So now I can just put this here. I'm not going to measure it, but I can just, you know, have a really good idea of where that goes. Now, you guys think that that looks pretty even? I didn't even have to measure it. I'm not, you know, using the measuring thing, a ruler, otherwise known as a ruler. You know, you just don't have to do that all the time. And so I like doing it like that. And then I'll tell you what, if you've got five things that you, if you have five that you want to do, what you want to do is you do this. You would put your two outside pieces, put your center one down the middle, and then you can put the, you know, the other ones in between those. And that works out really slick too. Now maybe what we want to do is, I'm thinking let's just go ahead and put this piece on. And then we'll just do the whole thing around. You know what? No, you cannot do that, because if the other one doesn't, no, we don't want to do that. I think these are dry enough. If you do this and you bend these around and you've already put this one on here, your chances of it like kind of not bending right, you got a big chance of that not bending correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one on the outside here. So let's go ahead and put our tape down here. You guys, you know what? You're probably watching me going, oh my gosh, how does she think we would ever do this and have enough for a party or something, right? Trust me. When you make something like this once, and gosh, it's been a long time since I made one. Well, I guess I showed how to do them, how to turn, you know, like the witch looking one into an elf one. But, you know, goodness, see, that would have been way before Christmas. We're months past Christmas, right? So, but when you're sitting there doing it over and over, you're going to remember, and it's like, oh, this worked better. You know, let me do this. Now, let's bend this ever so gently here. And this is, you don't want to crease it. You just want to get it bent. Now, I did say, you know, it's not going to bend as nicely with the stuff on it, which I can tell, man, this is really a lot different bending it like this than just bending it before we had something glued on it, right? Man, that's tough. Okay. But like I said, you don't want to crease it. And you guys, after me, if you're in if you're watching from the Crafty Bunch, which we hope that you do, then all you have to do is just refresh your browser, and the next creator should be on. And if it's not, just refresh again. Sometimes it takes us a minute to get the people, you know, loaded in there. So Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get it. I know I am. Okay. Now they didn't. Now I went ahead and, you know, I could have left it closer. Look, I could have left that almost half an inch from that other edge, and I should have. Live and learn. See, now, if I was sitting here and I was going to make these one after another, so I could make these, and you know, you could just make one. You don't need to make a pair for every person, right? You could just make one. I got to hurry up or I'm not going to get done. And so now this goes on the bottom here. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of this so it'll tack it down. And then this one, oh my goodness. Now I'm feeling the pressure. Oh, I can't believe it, you guys. Lydia, if you're on here, you don't need to be in a rush. I got you covered, girl. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now we get this on here. Whoops, that is popping up there. That's no bueno. And then just make sure that you've got that covered. You don't want that sticking out down there. And it's okay if it comes down a little bit past the base. That's fine. Okay. Okay, now this one, we've got our little shoes here. And what you want to do is we're going to put our glue, my little edge. You're going to put the glue right along the tippy edge of this. And so you want glue that, you know, will dry clear. Just put a little bit around. Oh my goodness. You want it to go around like that. And then you're going to tip it up on here. Get it on here like this. It's just stand. Now, after it's standing up on there, when you're all done, you're going to cut those parts off, okay? Oh, you guys, I got that upside down. Now I've got the light color on here. Okay, so now what we're going to do for the buckles, and then this is what I was telling you, this is such a cool little trick, you guys. Hey, Roberta, how are you? Words can be hard. Diane says words can be hard. They sure can. And then just put this in the center. And I got the wrong side of that too. I don't want that one. I want the dark side showing. Just put that on here like this. And then you've made a buckle. Look, and then it's going to look like it came through here. And now we're just going to glue this. And all you need to do is just kind of put some down the center, because you're not going to bend this. And if you give it a nice, oh, you can't even see that. If you get a nice amount like this and then just stick it on, whoa, oh. And then just stick it on here like that. Then it's going to stick. Okay, and now then all you need to do is you're just going to give this a little curl. And then just, just curl that little baby up there. Just ever so slightly. You might use something to help you. Just like, remember that curling ribbon? Okay. I got more glue on there than I normally do. So now you've got your little leprechaun boot and shoe. Isn't that cute? Let's trim this off here. So then you just need to trim this little bit off. And then you've got a nice little thing to pop some little treats in there. Whatever you want to do. You could just pop them in there if you wanted to. Or you could put them in a little cellophane bag and put that in. And it would even be fine if you had your little cellophane bag like sticking up out of the top, right? Now I need something. I wish I had, you need longer clips. That's not quite dry yet, you guys, so I'm going to have to sit here and hold it. But how fun. Did you like that? Did you think that was kind of a cute little thing? And see, that's what I was saying though. Wouldn't it be cute if, like, for the stockings, if you had taken like some shamrocks and stamped on the white paper so that it had like little you know, like 4-leaf clovers or little clovers. See, words still are hard. Put your little clovers on there. I think that would just be adorable for a leprechaun boot or shoe and stocking. I just think that's cute. So you guys, I'm so glad. Thank you for popping in today. I really appreciate it. And so we're gonna go and see what Lydia's got going on for us. She's gonna be on in just a minute. So we've got people all day, so I hope you will stay in and until 7. Our last person tonight starts at 7 Eastern, so 6 Central, and that's going to be our last one. So we've got them going on all day today in our Feeling Green event. Gotta get that thing on there. I need to just give it time to just sit here, right? Just needs to sit and dry is what it needs to do. So there you go. You used to love making things for parties, right, Diane? It's a lot of fun. Okay, you guys. Thanks, Debbie. Thank you guys for popping in. And I will see you later. Have a great day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you're, look, I'm going to have to put on something green or somebody might pinch me. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.